Hey, what's up, guys? Ricky here. What's going on? Let me just get set up over here. Sorry, I was a little bit late. My earphones weren't my AirPod Pros. I honestly like the old ones better, but they keep disconnecting. So I think Apple just wants you to buy more of their crap. All right, hold on. Let me just get this question box up. So who we got with us today? Okay, we got Becky, Donna, got Deli, we got Chris, we got Julie, we got Richard, we got Joanne. Yeah, what's up, guys? I got some amazing, really, really dope updates for you, and that's what today's call is about. Is basically giving you all the great updates that I got going on. And let me just start sharing the screen. All right, you guys should see the screen. All right, so where you guys chiming in from? Okay, we got on Ontario. I'm in St. Pete Beach. It's gorgeous down here. I ended up staying an additional week because I had to schedule some more meetings that I'm closing out. And I'm going back to cold New Jersey on Friday. So we got Delaware in the house, Australia, Chicago. Yeah, 14 degrees in Denver. Yeah, it's gonna be freaking cold there. Minnesota. I just was talking to some person from Minnesota just the other day, and she said it was like 0 degrees out there. Like terrible, terrible. I can't stand this cold weather anymore. Definitely gonna be getting an office down here in somewhere St. Pete, Tampa region. A good buddy, Travis Stevenson, just back. He's, and also let me put on the camera so I can show. I'm at this place called the Trade Winds. Actually thinking about doing an event down here. So basically, friends hotel, and they got a camera room. So I got a meeting with them. Sorry, I'm meeting them tomorrow. So I'm thinking about doing some events down over here in Tampa. The camera's not working, but that doesn't really matter as long as you guys can see the screen. All right, so just put a 1 in the chat box so you can see the screen. Get started, and I want to really keep you guys up to date. We're doing where we're moving forward. Progress has been made as is going to be on your plate. Okay, spinning. Okay, that audio, freak. Yeah, what's up, guys? All right, so could you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, because I'm on the hotel audio, and I don't know how good it's going to be, but here, it looks like I can't do this outside. When I go outside, I lose the connection. I was just outside and completely lose the connection. So what I'm going to do is just put my laptop like this. Hopefully you guys can still see this. Gorgeous view. I mean, this is amazing view. To wake up to this every day at my office or the house. That's, I don't know if you like, that's a goal that I have. I'm not going to be there just yet. Got another year in Jersey before I even get to that point. So yeah, so I'm in this hotel room right here. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Yeah, it's a beautiful view. All right, I got and if everybody in the Power Initiative, these have been ordered. So it's just gonna take a little time. These tags have been ordered. The merch has been ordered. That's coming to you. I'm wearing that because I just love that stuff. All right, so I'm gonna take off the video now because I think kind of believe that it's gonna just be choppy in here. So let me take the video off. All right, awesome. Yeah, definitely, Becky, a very good view. Honestly, the room wasn't really that bad, to get, and I just wanted to change environments. What's very important is changing environments. Like when you're in nice environments, when I'm in nice environments, I tend to work a lot harder and get a lot more things done than basically procrastinating and stuff. But since I, went on that transformation journey for myself, I kept here. I struggle a little bit. I keep on putting myself through struggles so that I can keep on building and getting stronger and growing. Mary says we have power. Oh, Mary, check your email. I sent you an email the other day. Not sure if you got it. I was trying to get on a call with you last Monday, but it's okay. We could try to connect. I'll be driving for like 10 hours on Friday, so we can definitely connect. All right, so thanks for being here. This is another version of Slingly Media Dollars, but on this training, it's more or less going to be what is going on. I know you guys are very, are being very patient with the agency stuff, and I like to keep you super up to date and let you know what we got going on with it. And once I draw out this map, so down here in Florida, Okay, I've been meeting with specific people. So this guy, Rob Raft, you're going to meet. He owns a company called Exact Prospect. He's actually part of a bigger company called Direct Aim Media. And these guys are bosses with traffic. They got unlimited traffic. It's almost like being involved with a Facebook. So I've been working out, not deals, but I've been working out the ways how I can bring this to our community and serve you guys. Because I don't know if you know what's going on with Facebook. Has everybody heard what's going on with Facebook? Put a one in the chat box if you know what's going on with Facebook. Put a two in the chat box if you don't know what's going on with Facebook. And for the people that probably put two, it's probably because you're not really doing media buying every single day like we are. And that has to change anyway. But all right, so what's happening is that Apple is going at Facebook. Okay, they literally have it out for Facebook. They don't want Facebook involved, and it probably stems back to government and a lot of other bullshit that's probably going on. Okay, and to be completely blunt with you, they're trying to take out Facebook, and in their iOS 14 update, it is so say you're running ads and you have specific pixels on your page. That would be the view content, that would be the purchase pixel, that would be stuff like that, right? Well, if now most of Facebook's traffic is mobile, like 95% of its traffic is mobile. All right, so that's one thing you have to understand. Apple iOS 14 update is going to block Facebook tracking. It's going to give the user the ability to press an OK button and block Facebook from tracking any actions on a particular website, which is pretty bad. Okay, and we're calling, this is being called the death of the pixel. And honestly, what's happening with that is that if you track like lead conversion events like we do, and we track, purchase pixel events and view content events and stuff like that. The problem is that if you do not allow Facebook, you're going to have a pop-up box. So say you're on Safari browser, okay, or you're in an app in the Apple store and you're using it, and then Facebook tries to track, say, a view content or a purchase. Well, guess what? There's going to be a pop-up box that pops up and it's going to ask you specifically to agree to being tracked. Now, most people are going to click no. They're not going to care. They're going to click no. I don't want to be tracked. I don't want to be tracked. That is what's going on. So the metrics are going to be really off. So Facebook is fighting back, and they're doing some pretty unique things. Like they figured out a way to overlay that box with their own box to urge the user to do the tracking. That's only one part of it. They're also tightening up their ships with business managers. So that means they want you to verify your domain. They want to verify your fan page is with your domain. They verify the business manager, verify your business info. All right. So that means that when you're running Facebook now, and what we've been moving to, okay, over the past 7-8 months, I've known about this. So what we're moving to is a linear type of approach when doing Facebook ads. You have a business manager, and I explained this in here. Okay, if you did not watch this video that I made on the 29th, it's about 45 minutes long. You're gonna want to watch it. But as you see over here, Facebook account management, I literally draw it out. How you need to map your accounts out moving forward. All right. So if you did not see this, it'll be worth your weight in gold by going through this video here and taking a lot of notes. So it's not the end of the world, but Facebook is going to be doing something with URL matching, and that's how it's going to get the event manager to work the same way. So it's not going to rely on cookies and pixels. It's going to rely on URL matching. Now, that's always existed, guys. Like URL matching always existed. And there's no way for any service provider to block the URL matching. Because a URL exists in the browser bar. JavaScript could read the URL. PHP could read the URL, whatever. okay, and then they could do that type of matching. So they're going to attach events to the URL, and it's going to get back to somewhat normal. It's not going to be the best. It's not going to be the best solution in the world, but it's going to be a good band-aid solution that's going to allow the metrics to still stay somewhat stable, still build good lookalike audiences, still build, like, you know, you gotta understand something. They've built something called an identity graph. And it goes back to identity resolution companies and stuff like that. So if you have a mobile ID, which is, say, your iPhone or your Android device, that is your mobile ID. Now, if you are attached to a router inside of your home, now the router has an ID and an address. Your TVs have an ID, an address, and a MAC address. Your kids' iPads have that. Your MacBook Pros have it. Okay, your Windows computers have it. So you can call this kind of freaky in a way, but in reality, what they do is they cluster this information. So they know what TV stuff you're watching. They know, you know, what websites you're browsing. They know that this is your phone. Okay, so they don't need to use pixels for everything. Okay, they could just use user ID and mobile IDs to do tracking as well. And that's stuff that we don't really have access to. Okay, this is stuff Facebook does in the background. However, I talked about this dude, Rob Raff, and you're going to be meeting him soon. He's going to be on trainings and a bunch of other things. Rob Raff has a system that has, if not as much, but equivalent amount of data as Facebook and Google. And this data is not cheap. Like, some companies pay like 20 million a year, 15 million a year to get access to this type of data. And Robert, you know, was key in his industry because he's not from our industry. He's usually in the Fortune 500 world, Fortune 1000 world. And these companies sell this data. And they're very protective about this data. Like Experian, American Express, all these type of big companies have access to this data, and they buy and sell this data. And they don't need your consent to do that. All right. This is data that they collect, and they, you know, just like Facebook, and they create something called an identity graph. An identity graph is your profile, your being, your mobile devices, your browsers, your computers, your everything. Okay. So what's going on is that Apple just wants to put transparency behind all of this and just make it like to let everybody know that this is going on. But them just blocking Facebook is not going to really do that much, okay? Because there's still the native ad networks. There's still TikTok. There's still Snapchat. There's still Twitter. There's still Hulu has an ad network. Roku has an ad network. All right, all these other ad networks are still alive and pumping. So why everybody's so fixated on just Facebook, well, we're not. We're figuring out ways to do across the whole network and what I call billboard advertising. And I'll be explaining that on a really, really strong training for you guys, where I need you to forget about pixels and more or less think of things as you're in a car, okay, and you're driving on, you know, 275 or I-95 or I-80, and you see a damn billboard up here, okay, and it has a call to action, okay, that's attached to a phone number or a website. It goes there, okay, and then you collect the lead, all right, you collect the lead, and then this goes into your database of how you're going to mail these leads and all the other stuff. And then from where else you do with this data is your own data. So we got to look at all these networks and everything that we're doing. Okay, they have their own ways of optimization. They have their own ways of running traffic, their own targeting, their own whatever. But it boils down to the same shit. Okay, we want to get them in our pocket first. We want them to see a billboard that's not going, that doesn't have to. We don't have to worry about pixel. We don't have to worry about view content. We don't have to worry about all the bullshit. And we're just grabbing the leads, or we're grabbing what we call a CPA in action. An action could be filling out the first step of a form. An action could be filling out, a zip code. An action could be filling out a lead form. An action could be going to a next step in the funnel. It doesn't really matter. An action could be buying an impulse product like e-commerce. Like, it really doesn't freaking matter. Like, if we can think in those terms, we can still harness the net's traffic and use it to benefit our own ecosystem. Okay, and I explained this on other calls. All right, so does everybody get that? Because I'm not going to spend too much more time on that. All right, just put like a 5 in the chat box so you kind of like agree with, understand where this is going. All right, and it's very, and even if you're not media buying right now and say, well, this is not going to affect me, it's going to eventually. Especially when you start jumping into the media buying space and you start buying media or you do any kind of advertising. Now, I got really good news. So, Rob Raff, we're figuring out, there's going to be, packages that are cheap, okay, that will get you going. And there's packages that are going to be expensive because of the traffic. And it's going to be depending on what you want to do. And this is not me just trying to upsell you, okay? This is more or less like, if you go to Facebook, you're going to buy traffic. There's no way around this. So I got a source where we could buy traffic from, all right, on the cheap, and I'm making this in packaging so that we can get traffic cheaper than Facebook to our assets. And it doesn't have to just be, e-commerce. It could be just for lead gen and a bunch of other things. So I've been working with him, like I've been going to his house. I've been working on this type of stuff and figuring out the best ways to make this stuff convert and blah, 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 blah. So, as I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but yeah, I'm figuring out different ways for Facebook for everybody, including myself. So that'll be an option for you guys. Now, I mean, me being down here in Florida was not just like a workation. I've been in meetings. So I went to go down to Shine On's warehouse. I have another meeting with him. Now, does everybody know who Shine On Jewelry is? Put like a 2 in the chat box. You heard of Shine On Jewelry. Okay, so I'll just pull it up on the screen quick. They've sold over 40 million in product last year. Okay, and Shine On allows you to sell like these type of jewelry pieces with like these things and stuff like that. They also do the dog tags, the necklaces, the heart pendants. They've got into even bigger things now. Now they're doing what you call it, these custom jewelry pieces. They're doing this stuff. They're doing personalization. So everything that you see in Slingly right here is from Shine On. Okay, all this is Shine On. And I'm working with him on getting even more newer and updated product. These are what you call POD, POD necklaces. But we want to be able to start pushing some of this inside of Slingly as well. So I have, so my meeting tomorrow with him is about that, pretty much, getting that all into Slingly, okay? And there's going to be bigger margins with that, and honestly, some good opportunity for growth. And I'm going to tie this into how this was going to work with the Slingly print on demand agency that a lot of people bought into already, and what we got coming with that as well. And that's what this call is for. It's like a good update. Okay, so then I also I've been working with Michael Long. Does everybody know who Michael Long is? With OMG, One Man Gang, the SEO clicks. Okay, so Michael Long, OMG. Yeah. They're like a city on the hill. They have SEO agencies, and they also help people become SEO agencies, and they also produce a lot of results. This guy Greg Morrison is a master at SEO, and he's figured out how to take brand new sites into page 1 in Google within like days with no backlinks, no craziness that we had to do. And in my conversation with Mike Long, who's actually driving down right now, so Mike Long is coming from Miami to meet up with me and Eric from Shine On to pretty much put this all together. And I'm going to draw this out for you because it's pretty amazing what I was able to accomplish in the past month being down here in Florida. I came down here specifically to get this all together, all right? And I'm going to tell you how this benefits you. So when I say I created a win-win-win, I do not say that, figuratively. I say that as there's a win involved for you, there's a win involved for me, and there's a win involved for everybody else that's involved in not only the print agency, but Slingly and their projects and stuff like that. And it's going to make sense at the end when I just tie this all back together. So I leave here on Friday. Okay, I'll be driving back. So I get back in Jersey on Saturday, and then I'll probably be, I'll be on what I want to do in the Power Initiative. In case I need the Power Initiative people on this, which I see a few. We're gonna do a Power of the Minds call on Monday. Okay, and that's gonna be something I'm kicking off, which is gonna be amazing for everybody. So just gonna give you that little update. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to all this good stuff. So let me draw out this and where we're at. Okay, so you guys can actually see this on the map. Okay, you guys see the whiteboard good? All right, just put like yes or whatever. All right. Don't want to miss. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Okay, and Lucy, I call her Lucy, but Lucia from in the Power Initiative, she is working with me full time. Okay, she's an expert designer, very good funnel expert. She has a lot of experience. She's young. She's full of energy. I couldn't be more happy to work with her personally. And she's out in Colombia. Okay, that's where she's in South America, and she's in the Power Initiative. And you can see that she's just great people. All right, and she has a lot to do with what I'm about to show you. Okay, so let's we'll give her a little virtual hand clap about that. All right, in a minute. All right, so let me put this down so you guys can see. I'm not gonna be able to see the questions right now, but I'm just going to put this down. All right, so here we got Slingly, okay? And here we got Slingly Agency, all right? So Slingly has, as you know, it has a free version and it has a paid version, okay, the pro version. So we're moving this on to Groove completely, Groove Sell, and I'll just show you what it's kind of like going to be. So all these pages here is a big funnel, all right, that I run a lot. And the metrics, I mean, the upsells, I get just on my design club upsell like an 80% take rate. It's ridiculous, okay? And we're moving this all to Groove. And I'm not gonna show you all the pages now. I'll use this for another video. But you guys are going to have access to commissions, okay? 40% commissions on this whole thing that I've tested over the past 2 years. You're gonna get 40% commissions on that. And this shit just converts. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the best from all my connections. I'm giving us the opportunity to utilize and use it. And I'm also taking the best of their affiliate programs and my affiliate and my converting stuff, and I'm giving you guys the opportunity to sell it. All right. And I'm creating like a private network here. So you're not going to be able to find this on ClickBank. You're not going to find this on JVZoo. You're not going to find this on a CPA network. You're not going to be able to talk to an affiliate manager and get access to none of this shit. This is stuff that I've been internally promoting and also running traffic to. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars of cold traffic to, and just shit like that. And I'm letting it now for the first time kind of public. Okay, and I'll tell you how this is going to tie into the agency. So this is moving and move the Groove. Now the good thing with Groove, and I'll put Groove on this side of the map. Okay, so Groove Digital is here. Okay, we got Groove Digital here. And then let's say we have Mike OMG. Let's put OMG over here. Then let's say we have over here, we got Shine On. Okay, so I'll put Shine On over here. And that's the fulfillment and all that stuff. Okay, that works. And then we have Slingly fulfillment with all my vendors. So we got Slingly fulfillment right here. So this is the fulfillment. Okay. And what's going on is this. So the agency site, and I'll just show you what it kind of like, we have a rough draft of it. And I showed you this on a PSD. Now we have it actually on Groove pages. So this is still beta, but this is live on Groove pages right here. Okay, this is framing out really nice. Okay, by Friday, we're going to be done with the whole site. There's going to be about 5 pages in here. You're going to be able to customize everything that you want. There's going to be training where I tell you on things that you're not going to want to touch, because another big thing that I didn't put on the map is, I'll put this over here. We got the phone team. So just to give you an idea of how serious this shit is. Okay, we're hiring. I mean, we're getting an office in March, and this is coming March. Okay, we already in the plans of locking the office. This is going to be in New Jersey. It's going to be run by one of my partners, Anthony Calishone. Anthony has 20 plus years Wall Street experience. He's a great individual, very sincere, and honestly, I couldn't have a better guy on my team. And we're building out a phone team specifically for the agency stuff. And now, yes, the phone team is going to have other opportunities like selling Slingly and other opportunities. And we're going to grow to the point that if you guys actually need phones, we can work out deals. So say like you have a great converting product, okay, and you're selling a drone of it, you got a ton of customers, but you do not have the phone element, we could help you out with the phone element. Okay, so by March, we'll have the office and 2 full-time working under us with Anthony, and then we're planning to scale it out. Okay, get 10, 15 people, and what's going to happen is we'll be on the phones all friggin' day, to be completely blunt with you. All right, so on this site, which is definitely, it's not done yet, but we're going to have hooks to get into the phones. We're going to have all the stuff as a professional touchless agency should be. Okay, we're going to have like how it works and choosing the packages. We'll have the pricing page is going to look amazing. Okay, we already, it's being, actually it's being worked on right now. And you could like, have example sites. This is going to pop up and show actual real branded sites. Okay, which we have 3 in the workings right now. And just great shit. Okay, testimonials, blah, blah, blah. So picture this being your brand. This is going to be your logo here. Okay, you'll be able to modify these menu options to put your services in as well. We're going to have hooks to grow out, okay, your affiliate commissions. So in this site, you're going to have the 40% commissions for Slingly, which goes into the universal funnel, I call it. That's going to give you residuals and stuff like that. Plus, this agency site is also going to have the phone element hooked into it. Okay, so that basically we're booking calls on your behalf, and this is all going to be tracked from Groove Cell. It's going to be hosted on Groove pages. Okay, and we're going to be building out the merch sites, the merchandising stores on Groove Cart. So where that kind of looks like is, check this out. This one is on Shopify, right? So just take a look at this site. This is a branded site. This is on Shopify. Well, check this out. Ready? This is on Groove Cart. Like, take a look at that. You can hardly even tell. You can hardly even tell that it changed. Like, let's go down here. Okay, yeah, the font and shit changed, but like, look, it's so similar to what we had going on in Shopify. All right, and just look at this stuff. Okay, so yeah, there's still some tweaks we need to do. We're not gonna have any of this bullshit on here, and there's more tweaks to do over here. And we're also going to be aggregating reviews. We already talked about this, how we can aggregate reviews and make it even more bossy. So there's still shit that, still logistics to kink out and stuff like that. But like, that's that. Okay, and you're going to be selling $1,000 to $3,000 packages on the agency stuff, but you're also going to be selling Slingly, and you're also going to have the opportunity to promote this directly. And I'm making, and say you guys, I know a lot of you are in Groove Cart right now. We could give you our theme. Okay, we built out a theme for Groove Cart that is going to be on every merch site. So this is a custom theme that we have developed that we're still tweaking, as you can see. that mirrors our high converting Shopify theme, and we're going to be basically, distributing it on every merch site that you sell. And we can definitely hook you guys up with a copy of it in case you want to run your own Groove Card store as well. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that type of shit. So we're taking out a lot of the tech element, a lot of the how do I make money element, a lot of what converts, what don't convert element. We're putting the phones into this shit, and and Groove Digital is a big play on this as well. Okay, with the Groove Sell, Groove Pages, Groove Affiliate. That's how you guys are going to be getting paid. And see the tracking, get your leads, everything like this. Now this leaves this side over here. So OMG from Mike Long, he is an SEO expert, Greg Morrison and the team. So they figured out ways to literally get ranked in DuckDuckGo and Google and other various search engines that get a lot of traffic for killer POD keywords and rank out Groove Cart sites, okay, Groove Pages and Groove Cart sites, like almost in a day or two. So he calls that POD Sniper. Now it's not completely ready yet. I know he's working with the lead developers in Groove and getting a lot of the SEO elements tied into Groove Digital that their team needs. So there's going to be opportunities on the SEO side too as well. But you got to understand something. This is your agency site here. So if you sell an SEO package, if you sell a Groove Digital, or you sell a Slingly, you're getting fucking paid. If you sell a 1 to 3 package, we're building out the merch sites with templates you don't even worry about. We're fulfilling it. Excuse me. I hired on 5 more designers. By, I would say April, May, we should have about 10 designers on the team. We're going to be able to bump out about 1,000 designs a week. Okay, so it's getting freaking serious. Like very serious. I pull up the question box right now. Okay, this is getting very serious here. So, like, people who are really down and involved with this are going to make a shit ton of money. Right? And it's all aligning properly. So think about this. You'll be able to sell OMG package. You're going to be able to sell Slingly package. You'll be able to sell Groove Digital package. You're going to be able to, we're going to have the phone team working for you, working for us. There's going to be opportunities there. I swear to God, you won't be able to go to JVZoo and find an affiliate link for this type of shit. It's non-existent. Okay, this is all closed shit that I'm bringing out to the community. Now, I already showed this to Eric. I showed this to Mike Long, Mike Filsame, and other key people that I have coming on with this. And let me tell you something. They are fucking head over heels on the map and the strategy. Because not only is it going to make us a ton of money, it's going to make OMG a ton of money. It's going to make you guys a ton of money. It's going to make, Groove Digital a ton of money. It's going to make everybody a ton of money. So it's literally a win-win-win. Like if you're involved in this whole ecosystem, like if you don't make money, it's probably because you're just not doing anything. Okay, like you're just not doing anything at all. Because we're going to put the traffic deals on your plate, the free traffic SEO, the Pinterest SEO, all this SEO stuff, where you don't have to even friggin' worry about running ads. Traffic networks like Rob Raffs, all right. Also, stuff that's gonna pop up. Like I'm gonna teach still the newest Facebook stuff that's come up because I'm still doing it. I'm also getting into other networks like Snapchat and Twitter, which are pretty much open fields right now. So like it's just amazing shit. Okay, like it's just amazing shit that I got going on. And it's not like this came out of nowhere. Like I've been building up this stuff since 2015. Like I've been like harnessing and making connections and building Slingly and flying around the US, going to different warehousing, okay? Going through vendors and flying to Groove's offices, okay? Or going to the old offices and meeting after freaking meeting after meeting. I've probably been on at least 300 planes from 2016 to about 2019. I'm not even joking. Probably 300 plus planes. So it's more or less like this is like the head of everything. This is what it's come to. And I'm happy to share this out publicly with you guys to show you that this is what we're doing and this is what you could be involved with. And for the people that are already in the agency, already involved with this. The people that are not involved with the agency, you're going to have another opportunity come end of February if you want to get involved, and then that's going to close. And for the people that just want to sell Slingly and sell OMG and sell Groove Digital, we're going to get, like, I'm your affiliate manager. I'm going to get you access to be able to do all this type of stuff. And it, like, is in line with what you guys do too. Okay, this will help you get SEO to your Groove Card sites. This will help you learn Etsy a lot better. Okay, now not only will you be involved with Slingly live training, for the people that's going to be involved, or well, you're involved with Groove Digital if you are right now, but you'll have OMG weekly training, you'll have Slingly live training, you'll have Groove Digital live training. So you're going to have these elements of live training, and we're building that into Shine On as well. So one of my goals for Shine On is building out his education department. So his e-learning department, like we have in Slingly. He's not doing that. So you guys are going to be able to join Shine On calls as well. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, you can probably get a little overwhelmed. Especially I can get overwhelmed too. But like I'm organizing this in such a fashion that if you just stick with the program, like I don't know how you can't make money with this. Like I just don't know. And for people that are like, how much budgeting do I need for traffic? Well, Facebook's getting more expensive. There's nothing else about it. Other traffic networks, well, it's always a risk. You don't know how they're going to be. The traffic partner deals that I'm bringing on the table, and I didn't even mention the PR deals that I got from another company that does PR, because they do automated press releases. And guess what? Like those deals that I'm making are going to be on the cheap, because like there's going to be a budget there. Like we're going to have a set price to buy this X amount of traffic. This X amount of traffic is going to get you this amount of clicks, this amount of visitors, and you can do your metrics that way. All right, so like we're gonna have guaranteed traffic deals, and these are gonna be high quality. This is gonna be high quality traffic. This is not bullshit traffic. This is not like you're going to a solo network and buying 1,000 clicks on a solo ad. You don't know where the list came from. You don't know how many times the list has been hit, and then you're just taking a whim, and then it never fucking works. This kind of traffic that I'm bringing is real time data. This is literally because me, if I was to buy the traffic, 50 to 70,000, 50 to 75,000 a month, it would cost me to get access to this data. But since I have access to Rob and his whole network, we're able to get this data for a lot. Well, he's able to get this data for a lot cheap. And honestly, this is where I come in, and I'm working out package deals that make sense for me, make sense for Slingly, make sense for agency owners, and stuff like that. Okay, and the beauty of all this too is that you own this shit. Like, let's talk about that for just a moment. You own this site. This is going to be on your domain. Okay, your brand. Okay, so once you start bumping a lot of revenue with it, say you don't want to do it no more, you could sell this. It's a business. You'll be able to list this on buy sell businesses and other places that you want, and you can sell your agency. We're going to still do the fulfillment. We're still going to do everything else. You may not even want to sell it. This is what I call a touchless agency. I talked about this. I talked about this in December. Okay, the end of December. I said the three biggest trends that I'm seeing here is virtualization and e-learning, touchless agencies, okay, and personalization and e-commerce growth. Those are the three biggest things. So this takes, okay, so this is what this does. This takes e-learning, this takes personalization and e-commerce, and this takes touchless agencies and wraps it all together into one huge ecosystem. And if you guys have been following me since I kicked this off in late December, you will see all the progress and all the work that went into this. This is a lot. And it's nothing that like you can just come out of your ass with. You can't just pop this at your butt. Like you just can't pop this at your butt. You need the connections, you need the designers, the teams, the funnel experts, Okay, you need the good traffic guys. Okay, you need the fulfillment unlock with quality products that are growing. Okay, China gonna have leather coming in soon where you can do etched, like etched wallets and shit like that. All this amazing shit. Okay, you need the software, the automation software, because every merchandise site you sell is going to come with Slingly Pro, because then your person, so if they buy a $1,000 package, they're going to get the apparel stuff that comes with Slingly free. So they can upload apparel, blah, blah, blah. Remember, it's attached to Groove Card. We're also going to have Shopify packages as well, because we had some people say, why can't we do this on Shopify? And there's no reason why you can't do this on Shopify. Slingly attaches to Shopify, and we actually can build Shopify stores out faster than Groove Card stores out. We used to do that in 2015, 2016. It was one of our core business models. We were building out Shopify stores and the drop ship niches for, we had 60 employees at one point in 2015, 2016, just building out stores all day. That's all we did. Okay, so this is nothing like new. Okay, but we're bringing this into the print on demand space. We're bringing this into the agency space. We're bringing this into the traffic that you don't have access to. And and this has to stem with my connections and things that I've built up myself since 2013, 2014, as far as connection wise. And for you guys who don't know, I used to work for Mike Flassane. I used to be his lead developer for 3 years, from 2008 to 2008-ish to like 2011. What was it, 3-4 years, whatever. All right, and then I left him in 2011. And I wanted to build on my own company. So like this stems for like a lot of years. Now, updates on blankets. Yes, we are. See, the problem is this. Okay, manufacturers say they print blankets, but then the margins aren't great, and the turnaround time is not great. All right, and I know that Gear Bubble just got them, so we're trying to figure out if we can just piggyback and stuff like that. So Rodney, yes, we are into that shit. So proud of you, Ricky. Will you cheese short time? Thanks, Michelle. I appreciate that. And look, I gotta say too, it's like it's focus, guys. And I've been preaching focus forever. Like it's focus. Like the more you focus on a particular thing, like the more results you're gonna get. You first, and this is what I explained in this call here. Okay, so if you didn't go through this call right here, you really need to. Like focus on your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Once that's fixed, focus on your strategy, your research, and your audience. Once that's done, focus on, like I said in that training. I said all right, I always make sure that my money side is done first, and then I do the rest. So I don't spend too much time on my money site. I'll create a Groove Card site. I'll have like three or four products on there. I'll have a logo done, and then that's ready to go. I can take money. I have products on there. That's it. I don't spend 5 weeks building a store. Okay, we build a store in like 3 hours, especially with Slingly. Shit, you get group. Then now this theme that we built, which I'm gonna give the Slingly Pro users, you're gonna get the Groove Card theme as just for free from us, and then you'll be able to just import that theme, and you don't have to worry about anything else because that's pretty much all done for you. All right, and everybody who has Slingly Pro right now is gonna get access to that. Okay, so I'm gonna send an email and make sure it's officially ready and done. And then and then what we need, I think we just need your Groove Card username or some shit, and we can inject it into your account. All right. My focus is on partners. That is my challenge. I could talk about that a little bit. All right, let me get through some of this stuff. Damn, this is like Christmas morning. That's what Chris Bain just said. Chris is a rock star. I see him all over the place. He's going to make a lot of moves. Adam too. I know Adam's on this call. A lot of good people on this call here. Okay, Mary's on this call. TikTok is pretty open right now. Yeah, TikTok is open. TikTok is freaking open. Okay, but TikTok will rob your money as fast as it's open too. Is right. Just be careful about that. Marcel, I know Mike Flassane for a long time. I remember Mike since 2005, Butterfly Marketing. I got in the industry in 2003. All right, Ricky, this is a beautiful question. Do you have any recommendations in a nutrition vertical? Oh, wow, Joe, you literally just reminded me of this. All right, so Robert Raff, okay, he has connections in what you just said, nutritional, not nutritional, but kind of like hemp delta area and space. Put one in the chat box. As this is a side opportunity. This has nothing to do with Slingly Agency or nothing like that. Okay, but we're thinking about how we can tie this in somehow. So if I was to tell you that we could probably build out these stores in the Delta 8 hemp space super fast with manufacturing that produces 3 to 5 days, okay, with your labels on it, would you guys be interested in that? Let me see how many people would be interested in that. No, I mean like Delta 8 being like, marijuana, THC, CBD, a lot of that shit. Yeah. Only problem, it's hard to promote on Facebook, but if we do this properly, I'm gonna just give you funnels that work with it. Not if we do this properly. I know how to promote on Facebook. It's just a pain in the ass. All right, so I wanted to show you this. I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot. So check this out. We built this site out a while back. And the only reason we didn't launch this site was because of the merchandise, not the merchandise, what's it called? The merch accounts. So the merchant accounts. I could not, for the life of me, get a CBD merchant account at the time. This is early 2019. Okay, we had the whole site built out. We had the manufacturers in place, tinctures, dogs, all that shit. This is built on Shopify. Everything was ready to go. We had the blogs ready, everything. Okay, I just couldn't launch it because I could not get a merchant account, and you didn't want to. Like, what happened is that I did have a merchant account, and then the biggest underwriter in the industry, I forgot the name of it, that they underwrite PayPal, like Elvon, what is it? Elvon, ELVON, whatever. They're like just a big, they're like the biggest underwriters in the whole like world, and they actually underwrite PayPal themselves. So they swooped CBD merchants. Like they literally just did a big ass sweep, wiped out I don't know how many accounts. So we had trouble getting new ones. I couldn't run CBD. Like just couldn't get it done. So that stopped me from doing it. But now with Robert, I got the opportunity to do this and not just CBD. It could be Delta 8s. It could be, freaking weed. It could be a bunch of shit with unbelievable margins. I'm talking about better than print-on-demand margins. Okay, with your own labels on the bottles, print and shipped out like print-on-demand to the companies, with these sites being automated and built. Okay, just like Slingly does. Okay, like the same thing. You would just upload with Slingly, same kind of shit. So that's why I was gonna go with that in the first place when I was doing that, but I couldn't lock it down. Like at the time, we were gonna offer this as a service and build out CBD stores and all that great shit. And the merchant account thing just fucked everything up, to be completely blunt with you. So if you guys are into shit like that, like I am, and just big opportunity and growth and piggyback money, yeah, Elvon, ELVON. Like I'll release an email when I got something like 80% there and solidified, and see what the interest is. And if we get a nice amount of interest, of course, there's gonna have to be some sort of buy-in. It's not gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be more or less like we got to build the sites out. We got to get your logos on the bottles. You're gonna give us domains. We're gonna get it probably done on Groove Cart. It's not gonna be on Shopify. We may even build an additional side of Slingly that does this as well. Okay, so it's dedicated to this, because one of the things that Slingly has, which you guys may not be aware about, especially if you're in manufacturing, is we have a very custom automated batching system. So we can turn on and off product and reroute it to different vendors. We can attach it to different APIs or CSV files in an automated fashion, and pretty much work with any vendor that has any product that has any API attached in a cataloging fashion that attaches to all these platforms, and we'll build more. So once you kind of wrap that in your head a little bit of what really the power of Slingly is in the back, I can bring you guys more selling opportunities. And this is just one of them. And I don't know if you see all this stuff blowing up, but with like bus shops and Kratom on its way up now, making illegal. I think in Jersey. I'm not sure if the recreational bill has been passed yet. Now, I'm not a big weed head. I mean, I smoke once in a while and stuff, but I'm not really a big weed head. I don't smoke like every single day. I may smoke once in a minute, when I just relax and stuff like that. But like, other than that, I mean, I quit alcohol now almost 5 months ago. So like, I'm on beast mode with that. And I'm just letting you know that it's completely gonna be wide open. And the manufacturers that I got have the manufacturers that we have access to have over 3,500 SKUs. That's fucking amazing. 3,500 SKUs. So there's just a lot of money to make. That's what I'm trying to say. There's just a lot of money to make. And I just want you guys to be on it with me. And whoever wants to take the bull by the horn and run with it, I'm going to give you the high converting opportunities. Now, there's one more piece here that I haven't explained yet. Now, it's all good and well having an agency site, okay? Having a pretty nice homepage like this with pricing and all this other stuff, like having like this really nice site. Okay, and anytime you see this, when it's completely done, you're gonna have custom VSLs on here. The flow is gonna be like a funnel. It's gonna convert really good, and we're testing. Okay, as soon as this pops, like any change that I make that's converting better for me, I'm making global wide on these sites. So I don't really want you guys to touch this too much, other than, and what I'm doing is this: I'm giving you guys this kind of a template. Let me just pull this up quick. So look, this kind of a template here, which is the content page. So it's gonna look something like this. This is a sketch of it. This is for whatever the hell you want to do with it. This is where we're gonna do custom VSLs. Okay, this is where you can put your own opportunities on. You could just duplicate this page and then link it somewhere. This is where you can make your own videos. This is where you can put your own sales pages. This is where whatever. So you guys are gonna have access to this. Remember, this is built on group pages. It's going to be built as one site. So it's all going to be interlinked to each other. But you're still going to be able to make more pages in the site. You're still going to be able to do whatever you want to in the site. So as you're driving traffic to sell, the only thing we don't want you to do is we don't want you to screw up conversions. Like, we don't want you to take it to the point where now you're just putting any affiliate opportunity on there and you're screwing yourself literally, because the singular goal of the site is to be a touchless agency. Like, I'm going to give you access to where you can sell SEO services. I'm going to give you access to where you can sell, email marketing, which is the exact prospect services, and audience packages. Okay, where you can sell these kind of packages to the person that buys the merchandising store from you. Okay, the branded merchandising store. You're going to have the opportunity to sell Slingly, okay, Slingly Pro and stuff like that, and get residuals and all other shit. But we don't want you to take it to the point where now you're starting to sell CBD on the site. Now you're starting to sell, I don't know, Etsy. You're linking Etsy to your Etsy store. That's not what this is meant. And if you do that, we're not telling you can't, but you're fucking your own conversions in plain English. So I'm going to give you the stuff that's going to work on a store like this, on a site like this. All right? And I just want you guys to understand that. All right, awesome. Slingly is a great brand name, no doubt. No doubt, Richard. Yeah, we came up with that, I think, like, 5 years, 6 years ago now. 6 years. Yeah, congratulations on ditching alcohol, much better health, liver, brain. Yeah, tell me about it. And focus and clarity. You know what I'm saying? Great points, and thank you for being blunt. How do you need to have Slingly Pro in order to sign up for the agency? No, you don't need to be a Slingly Pro user to even have agency access. That's sold as a different opportunity. It's just a small buy-in. Okay. I'm not gonna ruin it, but I'm doing something very, very special in the February. Okay, that I wasn't planning to do. Okay, it was actually be very expensive, but I'm doing something special. I'll just keep that for the next call. When will we get access to the agency? Okay, so timelines. Okay, so you guys are gonna have a membership area for the agency as well. This is where you're gonna get your training on how to sell agency sites, where you're getting the traffic from, how to use it, how to modify your site without screwing up conversions, what parts of the site you can't modify. Because we're working with Groove's team now, there's going to be something called dynamic elements, and these elements will be able to update across the network. So say we make copy changes here, okay? We'll be able to move these copy changes around to everybody's sites all at once with a push. And it's because as I find more things that convert with this and better funnel flows, like putting the book a phone call in certain spots, and we're testing this, I'm going to be spending probably $100,000-$200,000 on getting this going, like making, like leading the way and showing you what's working, what's not working. Okay, because if you guys are successful, I'm successful. That's part of the win-win here. If you're successful, that means that the phone agency is successful. That means that Rob's successful. That means OMG successful. That means that Eric's successful. That means I'm successful. That means that you're successful. Okay, so that's a win-win-win-win-win-win, if you want to call it. Like there's the people I'm bringing. See, I'm not really working with a lot of people this year. I'm only working with key and critical partners that are all sharing the same, direction for growth, and all care about their customers. Like everybody I'm working with cares about their customers. They care about their following. They want people to make money. They're not just trying to sell their fucking software and make $1 and then exit, like a lot of people in this industry do. Okay? Like this is long-term bread and butter shit for me. So I make sure that anybody in my circle, okay, is sharing my vision. And if they don't share my vision, well, I don't need them. It's completely blunt. And I let a lot of people know that, not just you guys. I let the partners and vendors know that as well. If you don't share the vision that I have in moving this forward and helping everybody, then you're just not part of the vision. Like you can go, goodbye. See, I'll find another vendor, okay, or I'll find another thing to work with. Or we'll kink it out to where now you understand what I'm talking about. No doubt, Chris. All right, guys. So look, we're on an hour here. I like to keep these to an hour because then people want to watch the replays. Okay. Next call, I'm gonna be back in my office in Jersey. Okay. So I'm grinding. You're gonna see this really, so the people that bought the agency stuff, your assets are coming real soon. You're gonna have your full site set up, you're gonna have your members area access, your logins and stuff like that, and it's gonna be ready to go. But even though you get it immediately, I don't want you to really do nothing with it yet because I still have the traffic stuff that I need to make a couple of packages for to make sure that it's actually going to work for this shit. And then on top of that, I don't want to use, like, I'm not going to sell you a traffic package that's not going to work. So I don't want you doing nothing with it. But I'm going to be teaching you how to do the SEO. Okay, I'm going to be teaching you how to do, the free traffic methods and how to be using Facebook, okay, to be getting traffic to these sites. I'm also building out external funnels. Okay, they're going to be built in Groove funnels. So these external funnels are going to be funnels that we run traffic to that are not in your agency site, but it's going to lead to certain pages in the agency site. So where they book a call, where they do all that stuff. We're going to get your affiliate logins in place so that you are being tracked. Okay, this is all going to be done on a Groove affiliate and Groove sell. So that's coming like literally within the next 10 to 15 days. That's what's happening. Okay, I've been working, and honestly, I've been working at this every single freaking day. I've been taking a little bit of like a little vacation here and there too. But like at the end of the day, I'm up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning every single day, mostly 5, and more of my core work is done by this time. So by 12 o'clock, I'm pretty much done with all the core work. I got a huge team. We just onboarded two new developers are onboarded. We hired another lead developer. We've been working with Groove's developers. I hired 5 designers. We're moving. Okay, our operations are moving. Our assistants are moving. Okay, our support is excellent. We're growing out the knowledge bases and stuff like that. Slingly is finally on AWS complete. We just got to make the switch. We're just going through everything in Slingly to make sure nothing's broke. That's completely going to be moved over to. That's completely moved over now to Amazon Web Services. So Slingly is going to be super fast. We're cataloging all the content in the video sections of Slingly so that you guys can find things faster. John's doing a lot of training. Groove's doing a lot of training. I'm in meetings like all the time with everybody that's involved. So yeah, dude. Guys. This is what's up and this is what's happening. So I hope you enjoyed this update. Okay. No rush with this stuff. It's doing it right that counts, especially the traffic side. So thanks for the explanation, all your pre-testing efforts, Ricky. Looking forward to it. No doubt, Stephen. No doubt. It's, I want to get it out because I'm so excited for you guys to make a lot of money with this, and it's really going to be good for everybody that's involved. But like you're right, it needs to be done correct. I don't want you hitting the ground running with shit that don't convert. I mean, our fulfillment's on point. We can bump out these sites super fast. Branded merchandise sites with design and everything. But what's good is that is you can't sell one site. Plus, in March, okay, that's the phone team's going to be sparked off. So you're not going to have the phone book a call thing, okay, on your site until that's all solidified. All right, okay, that's just because of logistics. It has nothing to do with time, it's just logistics. So when we have the office and that stuff taken care of, when you're able to book a call across all these sites, now we're going to have people on the phone for you that are going to be closing merchandising sites for you, which adds a big element to this. I'm also working out the PR traffic deal. That's going to be amazing. Sending out press releases to automated. You don't have to do it manually. Sending out press releases automated to top news sites, getting you traffic into this. And then your own effort, building your own funnels into this, using it, treating this like it's your agency, because it is. Okay. Adding your own kind of traffic elements to this, adding your own SEO skills into this. I mean, there's no one way of doing things. You don't want to just say, oh, Ricky's gonna bring me the traffic, it's gonna just convert automatically. Okay, the traffic I'm bringing you is quality traffic, but there's no way to tell it's just gonna convert on a first touch. There's gonna be follow-up sequences that need to be in place and a bunch of other stuff. So I don't want to rush it to the point where it's like, okay, you got pretty objects hanging out there in cyberspace and you're not getting any sales. That's not the point. You know what I'm saying? Do we need to be thinking about logo and domain now? Yes, Eric, you do. We're gonna need a logo. No, not a logo. Sorry, guys. We're building your logo for you. We just need a concept. So you give it to our designers, and we're banging out the logos. Okay, so we need your concept, or if you have an existing logo you like to use, or existing brand that you want to attach this to, or whatnot. And then, okay, so what's my email? Any kind of questions for me? My email is elrickymataka@gmail.com. I'll put that in the chat box. elrickymataka@gmail.com. You can always hit me up there. All right. Our support for all of this stuff is support@slingly.com. Okay. Our team is very well trained. We've had them for 6 years now. So support@slingly.com. And any kind of issues you have, any kind of concerns you have, stuff like that. Now, if you hit up support, know that they're not going to answer like very complex questions. Like I got a person that hit up a logistic questions about the agency, and he referenced Russell Brunson. Like he talked about Russell Brunson and what Russell Brunson was saying in a chart and a graph. He referenced Laptop Millionaire and how that came out, and Laptop Millionaire was doing this. He referenced affiliate marketing. Guys, my support's not going to answer that type of shit. Like, I'm just going to be completely blunt with you. They don't even know how to answer that type of stuff. So if you have any kind of personal questions like that, you need like an industry guy who's been in, industry since 2003, ask me that. elrickymataka@gmail.com. Ask me that type of shit. But if you're gonna, but for my support, they know everything about the agency, the timelines, what's going on with it. Okay, what traffic stuff we're working on. They know the Facebook stuff, the fan page stuff. They know the Slingly stuff, the design stuff. They know they know shit like that's in the Slingly network. Okay, but like please don't bother them with 18 questions about industry stuff that they're not gonna know how to answer. It ends up on my plate anyway, so you might as well just email me directly. Alrighty then. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so appreciate you guys for the Power Initiative people in here. I'm gonna have more updates for you too as well. Okay, just been working my ass off. So that's gonna be really soon. I'll keep you updated in that group. And just appreciate each and everybody's time. I hope you enjoyed this update call and you see where things are headed and where it's going, and you understand the game plan. Like I drew out the game plan today. So now you guys have the actual game plan. And this has all been coming into fruition, like literally all coming into fruition over the past month and a half, even though I've been working on this for years. So it's pretty amazing. All right, guys. Well, thank you, and be sure you go to Keep Moving and watch this training. It's gonna help you out a lot where you're at right now. Did it with the goals to help you, and the trainings that I have and the announcements and all the other good stuff. By the way, we also moved Slingly media dollars up here, so it's not in Slingly Academy no more. So if you're looking for all the media dollar replays, it's in here. It used to be in Slingly Academy. We just made its own section. Okay. And John has put new Groove Cart training in there and Groove Page Builder training in there. And had new Shopify API training that Shopify changed their APIs and stuff. So basically all the up-to-date training is in Slingly Academy and all that great stuff. Okay, so all that stuff. And thanks for all the work you're doing for us, no doubt. All right, so I want you guys to enjoy your day. Any kind of training you have to go through, make sure you get it done. And I will be in touch shortly. I'll make some more videos too and keep moving as well. All right, guys, so have a great day, and I'll be in touch. All right, later, guys.